Morin's Art Studio. We'd like to introduce you to our family. This is Myra McMischief and Tucker.
And we're going to show you, they did some painting today. They were in my art studio, and look at the painting that Myra painted. If you want to show it, look, can you see it real good? Okay, it's a small little canvas. It's 3 inches by 3 inches, and she even signed it, Myra. So we're teaching our dogs art. They like looking at art. They like using their paws to create art, and I think it's a good thing. We should let our animals create art. They like music. Why shouldn't they like art? So here we are in my studio, outside my studio, and you know, we're doing something called talking about art. I wish Myra and Tucker could talk, because they would tell us how much they do love art. And so we're just going to imagine they're listening and they're hearing what we're saying about them. Do you have anything that you want to add?
They're taking it all in. They love to watch us do stuff. Like, they love to watch, they'll try to go in Roland's studio all the time and check and see what he's doing. When I'm in my studio, they come in and see what I'm doing. They're just very nosy. And I think if they had opposable thumbs, they'd be painting right up there with us.
I want to tell you a little story. When we were living down in South Beach, North Carolina, I was painting with enamel, a 3D type of sculpture, and I'm painting, and all of a sudden, we look at one of our pugs. These weren't the ones we had at the time, and he got paint all over his body, green paint, and that was a hard thing to get off of him. But he wanted to paint, so he before we could get him cleaned up, he had run all over the porch and had his almost like a Jackson Pollock, you know,
Yeah.
Jackson Pollock with slim paint,
everywhere.
and he was pouring paint all over the place, and it was pretty abstract. But it took my wife, Nancy, a long time to clean that up, because it's the oil-based paint.
It was hard because you can't use anything solvents on it, so we just had to use Dawn dish detergent and lots of scrubbing. But he was green for a long time.
And in my studio, I have a carpet that leads into the door that I can shut off the dogs from getting into the studio, because this little guy here, Myra, we noticed we had brand new carpet there, maybe 6 months old, and we started seeing a little orange, like paw prints. She had gotten into my studio and stepped into some of the paint and walked it all out, and we had to clean up the carpet because they're mischief. Pugs are very mischief.
They're loving
but they're very creative, and but you gotta be careful when you let them in, because they'll eat. You know, this little guy here, Morin, likes to eat stuff, webs, hair, anything. So when you let them in, be careful, because they might eat something that might be harmful to them. So we enjoy our pugs. I painted a handful of pug pictures. I remember making a book. It was about Toby at the time, and he was going through a time period when the Constitution and our country was being framed by the framers, and he showed up on every page, and it was called Events That Changed America. So he was at the signing of independence. He was at the Tea Party.
He crossed the Delaware with Washington.
Yeah, so he was. It's a hardcover book, and it's all about Toby and going through the history of our great nation.
And we used to take him with us when we did book signings, and he would always sign the book with his paw. Every book that went out, he signed it.
So bring this to your dogs or your cat's attention, or even a guinea pig, your favorite animal, because if you use a water-based paint, it cleans off real easy. And record it, record the date on the back of the canvas, and you sign on behalf of the dog after he paws it, and have some fun with it. I mean, you gotta have some fun, with your animals and art. I mean, they're a part of your family. So until then, we'll see you in the next video. Hush.